Yo, 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 Big Kish back up in here. We might got some new music from Doc coming, y'all. Y'all brace yourself. Before we get into this video, I would like to tell y'all, I would like to make an announcement. My book has finally dropped. Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset, written by none other than Big Kish himself. The link is in the description for purchase. Y'all please go support me, man. Yeah, we about to get into this video. Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop. He about to explain how we now know Kendrick Lamar is dropping new music soon. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Now, when it comes to Kendrick Lamar, well, right now, we just found out something so major, and it seems like all the speculation that we have had is coming true. As with what we have just seen, Kendrick is officially the most locked in that he has been all year at this point, as now currently, as Kendrick, SZA, and the rest of their crew have stopped down in the New York area for the Grand National Tour, which I went to the first.
Y'all seen the Ville reaction. He said he was at he might have been at Euphoria Studios. That's wow. That is wow.
Night at MetLife Stadium, and I'm probably going to the second, so be sure to leave a like and subscribe.
Dang, Fantastic Hip Hop said he going to the second concert. He said he went to the first one, he going to the second one. We need some footage from you, baby.
National Tour, which I went to the first night at MetLife Stadium, and I'm probably going to the second, so be sure to leave a like and subscribe so you can hear all about that, because I got a lot to say about the show. Well, with all of this and Kendrick having a day off and 2 more show days in New York, what we have clearly seen is that he's not just touring in this time or doing what most other artists would during a tour, which is just sit back and be okay with their current success and just get ready for the show.
He's still working.
In typical Kendrick fashion, he is just continuing to try and push the boundaries of what a rapper can do forward. As we have seen that Kendrick is actively working on something, as with a rare sighting of him in New York. We found out that he was busy spending his day off before his 2 MetLife shows in the studio. And now with what we officially know about where Kendrick Lamar was at and who
Man, you gotta respect, bro. You can't knock the hustle, bro. You gotta respect that work ethic, bro. I don't care who it is. Gotta respect that work ethic.
Also in New York right now with him and his crew that he could possibly be working with? Well, we now know Kendrick Lamar is locked in and is getting ready to drop something major. And now before we go any further into this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And now as our Kendrick Lamar theories are starting to actually become true and we are getting near the point where we are going to see what the next move in this all-time great run will actually be sure to leave that like and subscribe to stay up to date with everything Kendrick has coming. And now with that said, when it comes to Kendrick Lamar, I mean, there's really nothing like him in hip-hop right now, because with just
Hey, look, y'all see that smirk on his face? Why it look like he got a smirk on his face, bro? It looked like he's trying to block the camera. Yo, why it look like he got a smirk on his face, bro? Yo, yeah. And the other one, he looked like he got a little smirk on his face too. Like, yeah, I'm about to drop. He looking like, yeah, I'm about to drop.
A few photos of Kendrick coming out. Everybody is wondering what this all means and what this is actually going to lead to. And really, with just a single moment of us seeing what Kendrick Lamar has going behind the scenes, which has literally caused more conversation than most other actual music drops from rappers because they are so bad currently. Of course, now with the level we have seen Kendrick moving at right now, this conversation is rightfully earned, and it really is important because we know when Kendrick is getting to work, something is going down. And now clearly with whatever Kendrick is going on in New York, with the energy that he had at the first MetLife Stadium show, which compared to the rest of the tour so far, which the bar was already so high for, Kendrick seemed more inspired and energized than ever. And now while there were a few reasons for that, I will talk about it more after seeing Kendrick's second MetLife show tonight, because it seems like he has a surprise coming there, so again, be sure to be subscribed and ready for that. Well, beyond what's happening in the stadiums, what looks like happened right before these shows started is that Kendrick just made another all-time great moment in the studio the day before the show, and now with this picture and what Kendrick Lamar did specifically, well, as all we have seen are a few pictures of Kendrick Lamar rolling up to a studio in the West Village. I mean, while for most other rappers this would mean absolutely nothing. As Kendrick is going to the lab, and we know that for sure, this speaks volumes because however you want to put it, the biggest rapper in the game is still elevating his craft and trying to put something together. And now what's actually great is that because of everything we know, we can narrow down and figure out exactly what Kendrick Lamar is starting to work on here. And now when it comes to this, well, there are a few potential names that Kendrick Lamar could have been in the studio with and making music, whether it's for himself in that GNX Deluxe, which once again, to talk about that MetLife show, fans were chanting for all night, especially when he played Tiramisu. And really, speaking of the show, it feels like it's becoming more real, especially after I actually heard Kendrick Lamar perform Tiramisu live, and you see how he places it in the setlist of the tour within the most pivotal tracks in this era, which should just tell us so much. Or again, beyond solo work, Kendrick is getting ready to release another feature with the second artist after Playboi Carti and his album Music. And now what the best part is about all of this is that with everything we know, we can pretty much almost 100% say that Kendrick Lamar definitely made new music that we will end up hearing pretty soon. Because,
bro, you never see nobody smile like that when they're in the studio, man. That's how you know. Look, that's how you know he genuinely love his craft. He not just doing, he ain't just hopping in and hopping out. You know what I'm saying? He going for the gusto. He gonna keep it raw. You know what I'm saying?
it's based on the way that Kendrick has and is seemingly continuing to create music and tell stories in the GNX era. He is making and writing verses as close to the release of them as possible to really reflect his thoughts and everything in general that he wants to say in real time, which we have seen now over and over again, whether it's with the GNX album whose intro track Whacked Out Murals was based off an event that happened weeks before the record came out, and even the self-titled GNX track, which we know that the beat was made days before the record came out, and even with all of the songs he made with the West Coast artists, all of them said they were in the studio with Kendrick in October, and that album came out in November. And even beyond just the GNX sessions, even with Playboi Carti's music and the song Good Credit, which has a reference to Luka Doncic going to the Lakers in Kendrick's verse, and even A$AP Rocky and everything that happened between him and A$AP Rocky, which were both events that happened within a few weeks of the song dropping as well. Overall, when you understand this, we see that when Kendrick Lamar is in the studio and when a verse of his is coming out, it is for something that is ready to have immediate impact on music, and I think that's going to end up being no different here. And so now when it comes to who Kendrick may have been working with in the studio here and who his next song is going to actually be with, well, the first and maybe most realistic person that Kendrick has been working with is none other than Roddy Ricch. And now as Roddy Ricch has been in New York this week alongside Kendrick, and he was at the
Roddy Ricch was at the
live shows, but wasn't a guest and just sat back and enjoyed the show. Well, we are seeing that Roddy is in New York, and it wasn't to come out on stage, and with what we are witnessing and how he has been with Kendrick's team for the past few days, and how he's talking about MetLife and talking about GNX and everything going on around him in general. I mean, it would make sense that Kendrick and Roddy, who of course collaborated on the GNX track Dodger Blue, could be getting ready to release another collab for Roddy's upcoming project, the Navy album, which is projected to release on July 18th, which is not too far from now. And again, as Roddy has been trying to push this album as a very significant moment in his career, and we know Kendrick Lamar's go-to collaborators like Terrace Martin have been working on the record for so long with him.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that one. So he said Roddy Ricch coming out in July. Roddy Ricch in New York. He just got Kendrick just got caught walking into the studio in New York. That's a good connection. That's a good connection. Roddy Ricch need it, man. He need it. He really needs it. He needs it, man. For real.
I mean, Kendrick coming on this record, helping the West Coast, and putting together a big track with another major artist who supports everything that he is doing would all make a lot of sense with what he is trying to achieve in this era, and seems like this could be the very next move that we see from Kendrick. But now, aside from Roddy Ricch, there is a chance that this was for another collab, as the Met Gala was this week and Pharrell and Pusha T were there, and they have been once again teasing their long-awaited Clips reunion album, and we even got a new snippet from the record. Well, it could be possible that Kendrick Lamar could have been meeting up with Pharrell and Push, who once again, just like Roddy Ricch, are on the smallest of rappers and artists who Kendrick Lamar does actually respect and get along with, and for these two specifically, Kendrick has always had a really strong friendship with them as well.
That wave that Kanye, Drake, top 5 and them got going, that ain't gonna mean nothing, bro. That ain't gonna mean nothing, man. We got Q, we got Pusha T, we got Kendrick, we got, man, look, we got Ray Vaughn, we got, man, come on, man. It's like, man, yo, y'all can team up all you want to. It ain't gonna work, boy. Word is bond.
All the way to the point that Kendrick and Push were working on It's Almost Dry and Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers together while using and talking about how they're using Pharrell's own beats and just listening to each other's songs, which we have all seen in the iconic studio session where Kendrick, Push, Pharrell, and some other people were listening to Jay-Z's verse on Neck and Wrist from Pusha T's album. And I mean, we know now the bond between these artists is good, and we have been hearing in the industry that Kendrick and Clips was always coming and that it was going to change this album and hip-hop forever because of it. And once again, with all of this, maybe Kendrick was in the studio with them and was touching up his own work there, or maybe even delivering a verse for that record once and for all. Which again, considering how Kendrick wants his verses to reflect the times, it would make sense that maybe he had a placeholder verse or it was just a plan to be on the record, and now he's actually recorded what is going to be released. And now beyond these names, it is also important to note that Playboi Carti has also been in New York, and again, seeing how Kendrick and Carti have linked up on tour already, and finding out that they have a surprisingly great creative relationship that is only growing now. I mean, as Carti wants to drop another album and Kendrick Lamar does have more music to drop still, they could be getting ready to release more music, but for all we know, at the very least, we can see that with Kendrick Lamar going to the studio and being within more sessions, he is continuing to just keep his run going, and whether this is a collab or a solo song or maybe something from a new album, it is going to be great to see what this actually turns out into. But now for the time being, while we officially know that Kendrick Lamar has recorded something and that he's in the studio, but we don't know exactly what it's going to be used for, what we can say is that as we see Kendrick Lamar getting ready and still having more solo music to release, because again, you don't perform an unreleased song at the Super Bowl and the stadium tour unless you're actually going to release it. At the very least, while we really don't know what's going on with that and what Kendrick's plan is going to be for some sort of a deluxe, we know that Roddy Ricch and Pusha T have new albums coming this summer, with Roddy having a release date as well for the Navy album, which hopefully is the final one because he has moved it back quite a lot. But with all of this, at the very least, I think we can say that a feature run is coming and that we are going to see Kendrick make both amazing lyrical tracks, and in the case of what him and Roddy may have coming, may end up being the song of the summer, who knows. But now for Kendrick and Roddy, as July is far away for how much is going on in hip-hop and in Kendrick's story, I would imagine that as it is rumored in the industry that the new Clips album will be dropping very soon after so many delays and just pushback, I think we are going to see whatever all-time great lyrical back and forth Kendrick Lamar and Pusha T have ready for us to see.
Bro, I love their chemistry, man. I love their chemistry. I know one of my favorite songs is Nostalgia. That's my joint. You go listen to Nostalgia with Kendrick and Pusha T, how he broke the whole pie down. Bruh. This is why he has a Pulitzer Prize, man. This is why he be winning these awards for writing. He used words that your average rapper don't use. I'm telling you, man, he used certain sentences, certain words, certain how he formulate his sentences, how his raps is very, very intelligent, man. This guy is intelligent, man. For real, bro.
See, as they give us one of the most anticipated collaborations in hip-hop, and I'm sure with this song, it'll be everything Kendrick Lamar needs next, because it is going to give him a musical atmosphere where he has just complete creative reign to address everything that has been on his mind. And so overall, as we are entering a summer for hip-hop where it seems like a few more artists may drop to make the rap game a little more interesting outside of Kendrick Lamar, who is just carrying the genre like we have never seen, I think we are going to see another great run from Kendrick that will go from features, and I mean, we got to get the GNX Deluxe album soon, because again, there is no way that Kendrick Lamar's unreleased song that he keeps playing in every pivotal moment of his career receives such an important part of the performance, especially now with this tour, and then it's just never going to drop. So for now, as we are just left speculating on what Kendrick Lamar leaving the studio really means, well, all we can do now is just wait and hopefully find out sooner than ever that we are about to get more Kendrick Lamar music after all, which I'm sure is going to happen.
Yeah.
So now with all this said, let me know.
Yeah, it's coming. I told y'all 2025 is something to be ready for. Something to be ready for. We in for a surprise, y'all. We are in for a surprise. Again, because some people was in the comment section like, where could I find the book? The link to the book is in the description right down here below. Shout out to everybody that's been donating on the Cash App as well. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, Street Dad, Geek Dad, avoiding the manufactured mindset. If you haven't watched the video that I was explaining this book, it probably not gonna push out that video because I have Father Time playing in the background. But yeah, y'all go purchase that and look at the video that I just made about the book. It's probably about the last 5 videos. You can go check it out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and support, please. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. What new music do y'all think we gonna get? Are we getting the Black Hippie? Are we getting the Roddy Ricch feature with K-Dot? What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. Big Kish signing out. I'm gone, y'all.